Previously on Coruscant Nights. So, you hear this conversation happening behind you. You can sort of get a little glance back and see who it is. There are three pretty scruffy looking guys back there. You hear the guy in the helmet.
These droids you're talking about, you think they're valuable?
I think they're very valuable. You walk up to this room and you see that it is the main theater that the Butterbugs came in through before. It's a lot bigger than the one that you were up in the balcony before. And you just peek in the little crack of this door, and it is completely filled with ancient battle droids. So you open up this little door. It's more of like a grate that's got grating on it. It looks like maybe air circulates in there. And you head in there, and it's very dark. You pop out your finger flashlight. There's a little sort of concrete tunnel and a step down at the end. And you jump down there, and it opens up into a very large space. You get into this big area right in the middle, and you shine your light, and there's just something really big in the center of it. You're able to get under it, and it's above you, and maybe it's a ship. It's huge. There's a lot of history at the bottom of the city. Ancient places and forgotten stories. Why not explore and see where you fit in? It would definitely take a lore check to figure out what this is.
I'm just gonna pocket this.
Okay, you pocket it.
Any cash bags? Any cash bag? Valuables? Kyber crystals? Lightsabers?
No, do you want to check out the cockpit?
Yeah, let's check out our cockpit front.
You go down a short passageway to the cockpit, and all the lights in here are red. There are technical reasons. Red, when you are in a dark place like space, red is less strainful on your eyes. You can see things a lot further away and stuff like that. So maybe there's a real reason for these lights to be red, or maybe the person who owned the ship was just sort of sinister and red things. But you walk into this cockpit, and everything is red. You walk to the pilot's chair, and you turn it around, and there's a robed skeleton in that chair.
Cool. I'm gonna pat this person down for any weapons and valuables.
You put one finger on it, and it disintegrates, and all the cloth on it just tatters and turns into bits and pieces. And
any
there's
metal clattering?
Some ancient technology, but you have no idea what.
I'm gonna pocket this ancient technology. Pocket all the ancient tech.
Okay. You've got some weird little metal things in your pockets now. You're weighed down by. You're when you move, you're gonna be jingling.
Jingling.
Do you remember what the person who hired you was looking for when they came here today?
Oh yeah.
Man, I wish Zuuk was getting me some parts.
Yeah. Our ship parts and pieces.
So Zuuk seems to be taking a really long time down this hole.
Yeah, I'm getting a little stressed out.
Yeah, before long, something's gonna come along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to? So I blocked the doorway that goes upstairs.
Uh huh.
There's the room that's got the two battle droids.
Yeah.
And then there's the doorway into the bar. There's the walkway and then the door that's ajar.
Yeah. There's actually also another hall that goes. So there's the hall that you came down.
Yeah.
You're in this big space where there's an old organ piano kind of thing. There's another hall that goes that.
I think I need to check that out and see if there's anything that I haven't seen yet, and then maybe a good place to hide.
Yeah. So you walk down that hall. To your right, you pass restrooms, a couple different ones, and next to one of them, there's a little place where it looks like there's a little cot or something like that, and some really old medical equipment and stuff. If you go further, it's a little dimmer back here. It looks like maybe it is where they stored props and stuff like that. So there's a costume room and a place full of old fake swords and armor and things like that.
Fake lightsabers.
Yeah, they're probably just little metal handles with tubes that glow.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like it might be worth it to scare these three guys upstairs.
Okay.
And So I'm wondering if I can get I kind of want to get some of the battle droids shooting without putting myself in danger.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if I can rig up some sort of dummy or mannequin or something wearing some of these costumes.
There might be something like that in one of these places, and you have 3 light side points you can flip.
Yeah, so I'd like to find a stunt dummy or something that they used in production for a dead guy or something.
Sure. So you flip a light side point, and there are a few. There are 3 or 4 stunt dummies in the small props area.
Okay, and then is there I'm searching the racks. I'm gonna look for a black cloak.
Yeah, easy. It's easy. There are a bunch of black cloaks. They're pretty tattered and old and thin, but yeah, there are a few of those.
Full of black cloaks.
Okay, and then what I'd like to do, I wonder if I can convince those 2 battle droids that I'm the master, that I'm the guy that was sitting in the ship. So convince them to hunt for these 3 guys.
You could try that, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So, I don't know if this is ventriloquism or I'm hiding on the other side of the door or whatever it is, but I create this dummy with the black cloak on him and put him on one of those carts that they hang costumes on, and I push it into that room.
Okay, so it's a kind of a hike from here to there.
So
you're wheeling it down the hall,
yeah.
Hoping you don't run into these 3 guys.
Right, yeah, basically. Making a bit of a racket.
Yeah.
Too, so it's okay.
Yeah, and get into the room with these 2 battle droids. Do you go in that door, or there's another door that sort of is behind all the seating?
Yeah, because I think it should
Get a
be
little
far
distance.
away. Yeah, it should be far away from them, so it's not totally obvious.
All right, so you've got this dummy up at the top of the theater,
yeah.
and there are the 2 battle droids down on the stage.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you say to them?
So I say, "My minions,
Master?
there are 3 evil gentlemen that seek to enslave you. Resist, find them, and kill them."
All right, that's a deception check.
Okay.
They're 1 purple.
Okay.
And then your deception.
Deception's 2 ranks. It's a career skill.
Okay, and then your.
My cunning is 3.
All right, so it's you guys and your 2 yellows and a green. That's your roll for all your rolls, pretty much.
It's our formula.
Yeah.
So 1 purple, 2 yellows, and a green.
Yep. You can have. You know what? Take a boost because of your elaborate outfit.
Which
you
one's
get
the
a
boost?
blue. All right, your elaborate outfit did nothing. All right, the 2 droids look up towards you. The one turns to the other.
That's not Master. Who is that?
And then they just start arguing with each other and completely ignoring you.
That is the Master. Who are you kidding? He's wearing the cloak and everything. Our Master didn't look like that. He had a face. He did not have a blank face like that person up there.
Oh man, I should have had the mask on too. Oh.
So they're just fighting with each other now, and they're not going to come after you.
All right, so I guess it might still be useful to cause a disruption to lure those guys down. So I'm gonna kick the cart down the aisle towards the stage.
Yeah,
and then I'm going to run around to the other door. So the first one.
Yeah.
So that's what I do.
Okay.
So I kick that down.
Yeah,
to
and it
distract
goes
them.
down sort of the ramp that, with all the seats on either side. And as it goes down, one of the droids goes,
Master! And the other one, that's not Master!
and he starts shooting at it. And you run around to that other door to the sound of blasters coming from behind you. And I flip my dark side point over because ahead of you, you can see that somebody is struggling with a door with a droid in front of it.
Nice.
Most people they're close. Yeah.
They're close. They're
Yeah.
right on the other side.
Yep.
Okay. So I lost track of where I am exactly, but I want to lure those droids out towards the guy that's going to come through that door.
Alright, so you're just like waving your arms.
Like, hey, droids, I'm over here.
Hey, get him!
And they start running towards you.
Okay. So, I'd like to... I want to make sure that guy gets through the door right about now.
Uh-huh.
So, maybe now is when I yank on the foot of that droid and make sure that the guy can come through the door.
Alright, so you run down that hall, and as you pass that door, you tug on the foot of the droid, and it falls out of the place that you had it in before.
Okay, and then I keep running.
And you keep running and turn around the corner and realize you're in the same place that had all the props before.
Okay.
So it's just a big square, pretty much.
Right.
And well, you kept running, but you hear the door open.
Yeah.
And the sound of blaster fire behind you.
I'm going to hide out for a little bit.
Okay.
So maybe I hide suit of armor or whatever it is.
Alright, so you hide in the props area. And downstairs, Zuuk, you've got jingling pockets full of ancient contraptions. What are you going to do?
With my robot hand, I think I'm going to hold the triangle
Uh-huh.
or pyramid, and then maybe even out there's a little less jingling.
Okay. You just redistribute your pockets.
Yeah, I'm going to put the pyramid in a vest pocket.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got a vest.
So, so we have combos, right?
You do.
Can we talk to each other?
Yeah.
So,
Breaker.
I'm hidden under the costumes.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, Zuuk, finding some good parts for me?
Yeah.
What'd you find? What kind of ship is it?
There's an old thingy, I'm not sure what it is. Over.
So, are you bringing me some stuff? What'd you find?
Stuff. Over.
I'm gonna need more than that. Make
A pyramid.
sure you find out what kind of ship it is.
You've got it turned on.
I think I might just... You know what? I'm just gonna fly through and explode the entire theater.
I think that's a bad idea. Can you just find out what kind of ship it is, please?
Sure. Is there any kind of decal on it or something, or anything like that? A decal?
On the outside, no, it's black.
How about inside?
Mm-mm.
If
Hey, Zuuk, is there anyone in the ship?
there was a dude, but then when I touched his corpse, the bones faded away, and his cloak turned to tatters, and then
If you sit in the cockpit, is there any screen you can check to see what kind of ship it is?
okay, I'll sit in the cockpit. So, I sit in the cockpit, I look at the general cockpit stuff.
Yeah, you sit in the co-pilot seat, and you can see that there's an old Navi computer with some interesting old coordinates and strange places and worlds. And you see the sensor array and all the good stuff that's up there. There's a really simple old computer over there, and you plug into it, start typing, and you find out that this was it's called a Fury class interceptor.
So this is a ship weapon.
It is a ship of weaponry.
So, trying to think, is there any does the tunnel keep on going? Does the area I'm in keep on going past the ship?
Yep, it looks like it's as big as the whole building. It's
So
the basement.
Is it a large, area where ships can go in and out?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, there isn't. If you do a perception check, you can try and figure out where in this place you are, though.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
Okay. So, you've been in this ship for a minute, so I'm going to give you a setback because you're not quite exactly sure where you were. But it's just going to be average difficulty. It's 2 purples.
So what is so I have a cunning of 2 and then my perception is 3.
It's our good old 2 yellows and a green.
Yellows and a green.
And 2 purples. Alright, you got a triumph.
Yes! Triumphant! What a triumphant adventure.
Alright, so 3 successes, one of which is a triumph. You pinpoint exactly where you are. You are under that biggest stage that had the tons and tons of battle droids on it. And you make a wild guess that that square of light you saw above you is probably a trapdoor. What would you like your triumph to be? Do you have any ideas?
I have a small idea. I think it might be a little too triumphant and changing.
I also want to say that this ship is very large. It's a big ship.
I'm thinking.
So you're saying it won't fit through that trapdoor?
It won't fit through the trapdoor.
I'm actually thinking an R2 unit that I can hack, and then, but I don't think I'm gonna use that for my triumph. That'd be cool, but
There
not
could
very
be an
useful.
R2 unit in a closet, but yeah, how would you use it?
I think my triumph is gonna be, you know how the Millennium Falcon has that thing that like goes up and like you can like that you stand on and like
Yeah.
goes up.
That Lando stood on to
Yeah,
rescue Luke, yeah.
That type of thing, and it goes high enough, has a little opening thing.
Sure. So you want to get into the room with all the battle droids.
Yeah, shoot them. That's
Okay.
my logic. Shoot them.
Okay.
That's my general logic. Shoot the thing. I have a gun. I can shoot them.
Alright, so
Wait, so Zuuk, talk to me. What's going on?
So, I've seen on some larger ships, just like this one, that there's a thing that goes up, and there's also a square of light that I suspect is a trap door.
So what if I come down the trapdoor to the ship?
Oh, it's a lot better than my other plan, I guess, busting through there and shooting all the droids.
So you're gonna bust through there and try and get by all the droids.
So
Or you're gonna try and trick them again.
Trick him. He's tricky.
I don't think I succeeded the last time, so I don't know if again's the right word. So is there like a catwalk or anything above the stage?
Very high above the stage, yeah.
Okay.
From
Oh.
that third floor that we've only sort of referenced.
So what I'd like to do is see if I can like rappel down through that trapdoor.
Okay. So it takes you a minute to find the exact place where you need to go in, but you find a little offshoot in the large item storage area. There's like prop fake ships and stuff in here, and there's a little ladder on the wall.
Okay.
And you're able to climb up that ladder into a very claustrophobic area where you would guess people do the lighting and stuff.
Okay.
And at this point, you've got a good enough idea of the layout of this place that you find the catwalk above all these droids.
Yeah, so there's there should be if it had sets and stuff, they'd probably have some ropes and cables for moving pieces around.
Yep.
So is that available?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I think the main thing will be to figure out if we could open that trapdoor.
I'm sure you could.
So how about Zuuk, I'm gonna come through the trapdoor.
Okay.
Let me into the ship when I get there.
Order.
Okay. So how about I use my blaster, I shoot the trapdoor,
Okay.
and then I rappel down through the opening.
All right. So you're gonna shoot your blaster and let all the droids know that you're there.
Yes.
Okay.
Make them go beep boop wait.
One
Marketing shot.
little out of game thing here.
I'll
You guys-
probably die.
You guys have something.
Oh yeah, we got my thermal detonator too.
It's look. It would be useful.
So, but Zuuk getting the thermal detonator to a useful place would require him to get out of the ship and make his way, right? Because we don't want to blow up the ship.
Wait.
I don't want to blow up the ship. How about this?
I
So-
just thought of something.
So Zuuk has the thermal detonator.
I'm thinking,
Okay.
if I remember correctly, interceptors is like stuff like what Vader had, stuff like that.
This is what your ship looks like.
Yeah, I think this is
So
probably
it's very large. It's like
It-
much bigger than.
it's probably pretty heavily armored.
So you can crash into the walls.
Yes, my original plan.
Yeah, but how are you going to pick me up?
Easy, you jump on. Easy, you jump on some random part.
So
You could just open up the trap door.
Yeah.
Toss the detonator up there.
Yeah, that's
Close the trap door and then hope.
And then hope.
yeah, that would require me to get out. Okay, so
But we have to know the what's the area of radius of that?
That's a good question. I bet you know.
It's actually it's short. It's not a large area. You probably wouldn't be able to kill all the droids in that room with it, but it would. Every droid that was close to it would like disintegrate.
Yay! Let's disintegrate him then.
So, I don't want to be up on the catwalk when that thing goes off. Just guessing.
Pretty high up.
You could be at one of the ends of the catwalk when that thing went off, and you'd probably be okay.
Is there a way to cluster the droids together more? So that, like I wonder if we could. So Zuuk, knock on the trap door. Keep knocking on it, and then toss the thermal detonator out. Hopefully the droids will think it's pretty interesting that there's a noise right there. Cluster around. Try that.
Okay.
I'll move to the end of the catwalk.
Okay.
All right, so Zuuk heads to the center of the ship where there's a little platform that goes up to an escape hatch.
Okay, I do the escape hatch.
Yeah, you push a little button.
I start knocking.
And the platform goes up, and you're on the top of the ship. And you knock on the ceiling above you. So you knock on the trapdoor, and you can hear the faint knocking from where you're positioned. And you see some droids start turning their heads toward it. And you knock on it again, and a few of the droids start shuffling towards it. And the droids that are near it are sort of like looking down at the floor and tilting their heads and chattering with each other. And yeah, a good handful of droids have sort of clustered around this square on the floor.
I throw the thermal detonator and get in the ship as fast as I can.
All right, you're gonna have to roll to throw that thermal detonator. So I'm gonna have you roll first so we can see what happens. So it's ranged light. So it's just your agility.
Just my agility 2.
Yep. So it's 2 greens and 1 purple.
The odds are double that I'll win. Oh wait, this one isn't in the equation.
Alright, so you push a button and the trapdoor slides to the side, and you toss the thermal detonator up in the air and you push a button and the trapdoor closes. And I would assume that you probably want to get back in the ship.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, so you climb back down that little ladder and close up the roof above you, and you hear a massive explosion. Up above in the theater, you see the droids clustered around this little square, and you see the square open up into darkness, and a little ball just comes up out of it, and the door closes, and it lands on the ground and bounces a little bit. And there's a huge, massive explosion that just sort of expands out and then sucks inward, and then there's nothing where it was. And from inside the ship, you feel rumbles and rocks, and from up above, you see that the floor of this place is sort of caved in, and the catwalk that you were on before, the center of it, is weakened, and it's sort of tilting in, and before long, it's probably going to collapse.
Okay, now I think I should be able to crash through the roof epically.
There pretty much is no roof.
Oh, crash through whatever is left of the roof.
Yeah, it's
epically.
Just bits of roof.
Okay, I'll just fly up. You jump on.
Sounds like a plan. I don't know if we can execute it, but it sounds like a good plan.
Zuuk runs from the escape hatch to the cockpit of this ship, and you push the dust and bones out of the
I thought the bones disintegrated.
It's just like dust, and it's like a little pile. It's like dust and stuff. Yeah.
Dust in the wind.
Yeah.
You push it out of the seat and start flipping switches and toggles. And let's do a little piloting space check.
Don't got that.
It's just your agility, so it's 2 greens and it's going to be 2 purples. Okay.
I'm scared.
You are a natural pilot. This
Yay!
thing feels like you've flown it before. You haven't flown much before, but this feels like it could be your ship. And you flick all the right little switches, and the ship comes to life. The landing gear comes up, and you start ascending into this old theater.
All right, so I've got a catwalk, and I've got understand some rooms and such.
Yeah.
So I would like to try to jump onto the roof. Craft.
Okay.
I don't understand where it is in relation to me. Zuuk, can you bring it up as close as you can to the top of the...
Yeah, alright, I'm opening up the escape hatch right now.
Alright, so the escape hatch opens, and there's a little ladder that goes down into the ship. It's just a little circle open up on the top of the ship.
Okay. So can I get in?
Yeah, so you just sort of
walk on?
Yeah, at this point the catwalk is very tilty.
Yeah.
And you're sort of clumsily make your way down it and onto the top of the ship.
So so I'll climb in,
Yeah.
and then I'm wondering. So earlier the butterbugs.
The butterbugs, yeah.
Did they map the? They mapped the theater?
Yes, I
Most of it, yeah.
I have been.
But they're
complete
like they're turned off, right?
Yeah,
They're
but
dead.
that's in
they've been ripped off
in
our sense.
your memory, at least. You
It's
sort of have a layout of it.
Neurotransmit,
Yeah.
So
brain.
Zuuk, can you turn this thing towards the front of the place and blast through the wall?
Yeah.
So Zuuk is at the controls. I think you would hit the gunnery station.
Yeah.
And you'd roll a gunnery check,
All right.
which you don't have any ranks in that, but it's just your agility.
Okay. So my agility is a 2.
Yeah. So 2 greens and let's do 1 purple. Well, you sit down at the gunnery station and it is completely foreign to you.
Okay.
It looks like nothing you've ever seen before. And you start pushing buttons and stuff. And you can feel or hear the servos on the guns on the side of the wings sort of moving around. But
Not
you can't
well, though.
quite figure out how to make them shoot.
Okay.
And as you sit down in that station, you can see through the cockpit window. You guys are both in the cockpit right now. That 3 people have run into the top of this balcony area, and they look extremely confused.
Shoot 'em.
But they have their blasters out and they're shooting at the ship, and it's not doing anything at all.
Should we just like crash through them?
Well,
The ship?
yeah, I feel like that might be.
Or shoot them?
It's kind of brutal, but I can't figure out how to shoot the guns.
There are 2 ways you could go. You could go forward, or you could go up.
How about up and then forward?
So, I don't remember if this building, when we saw the front of it, it was just like a 4-story building with
Yeah.
nothing on top.
Yeah, nothing on top.
Is there anything behind it?
No, it's
It
sort of
doesn't matter.
standing on its own.
Alright.
Yeah, this sort of area, it's like it's the
wasteland.
early city where buildings could sort of stand on their own without being built on top of each other.
Zuuk, what do you think? You want to head straight up or crash to the front of the building?
I'm thinking up and then forward.
Alright.
Leave some ruins.
Do it.
Okay.
Give me another piloting space check just so we can see what happens, how well you do it. So it was 2 greens and 2 purples.
I believe that was it, yes.
Do you have any reason you get a boost die?
No.
Okay. Alright, so you lift this ship up and sort of take it up at an angle through the corner top of the building. And as you drive it through this building, red lights start going off on the console in front of you.
I knew it!
But you're able to get through it. It looks like you've taken some damage, but you power through the wall and seal it and blast out into the canyon of the Coruscant streets.
Sweet. So,
Yeah.
So I'd like to take this thing to the Kish Tech headquarters and land it on the roof.
I actually, this thing is huge and heavy. I think we might just want to like, hee next to Kish Tech.
So, are there like radios or communication?
Yeah.
Like, so I'd like to call ahead to Kish Tech and let them know that heavily damaged interceptor is going to be coming into their
A heavily damaged Fury or a heavily damaged Fury class interceptor is coming. Dude, don't shoot at it. We're nice.
So you hop on the comms and call up Kish Tech.
Yeah. If it's required, I have charm.
You have the charm person force ability.
Please let us land on your building.
You work for them, so I don't think that would be completely necessary.
Okay.
You call up Kish Tech. It's halfway around the planet, but you give him a call and a Wookiee answers. You know this Wookiee to be Kish Ducati's second in command.
All right.
And they give you the go-ahead to land.
All right, great.
Kish Tech is a very tall, fancy glass and steel building. All the floors, the ceilings are very low because Kish is very small, and he caters to smaller types of people.
So it's got a lot of floors.
It's got a lot of floors.
Yeah.
You get there and you are greeted by Kish's Wookiee second in command. So you land the ship on top of this building. It takes some hefty negotiations, but you both get some very nice compensation for this ship. Any demands? You look like you've got a demand.
Yeah, so I really want to know what this pyramidal thing is.
Oh, yeah.
So,
do you want to do
That's
that?
property now.
Do you want to do that with Kish Tech, or do you want to do that on your own?
I would say let's do it with Kish Tech just for fun.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like,
Don't forget about mine.
one more thing. We found this on the ship. What can you tell us? What's it worth?
Also, don't forget our 20% deal.
Right, I know.
So the Wookiee is called down, and at this point, an Ugnaught comes up. He's sort of got a piggy face with tusks. He's bald. He's wearing a suit. He's got a big briefcase. He opens it up. A lot of credits in it. He says, "You two can figure out who gets what," and he passes it to.
I say
John.
I found all the parts, and I got us a freaking ship, and I piloted it. So I say I get like 75% of this.
I got those other dudes off our back.
I exploded.
Like I said, I got nothing to do with this.
Okay.
You guys figure it out.
Yeah.
What is-
So we've got this glass and steel pyramid here. Is this something that you guys might be interested in?
This is a weird thing. I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
Okay.
Can you contact our Jedi people? I think it might be.
No. We like to steer clear of the Jedi. We don't want to deal with that.
All right.
Because
So-
they're illegal.
so-
Do you think this is something? This is something that has to do with the Jedi.
I'm gonna take this, and I'll tell you if
Yeah,
also I'll do.
we'll be in touch.
All right. Yeah. I mean, if you feel like selling it, we might be able to come to some agreement.
So later that same day, I've got a rank each in lore
Oh, you do.
and education.
Okay.
This is something that I could roll on and see if we can figure out what that.
Yeah.
I have a
So-
feeling I already know what it is using my own lore check in my
Yeah.
brain.
The two of you later that day are sitting in that diner that we started off in the beginning. And you've got this thing sitting in the table between you. And yeah, roll a lore check.
Yeah. So that's a yellow and a green.
Yeah. I am going to make this difficult, though. Make it 3 purples.
Okay.
And if you want, you could flip one of your light side points to make one of those greens a yellow.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. You poke at it for a little while. You don't know exactly what it is. But you kind of figure out that it like looking through the glass, you see lots of circuits and stuff. It's something that holds information.
Can
Do you want to try a lore check?
I'm just gonna once this is done, I'm gonna ask to see if my theory on what this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true. You have a 3 intellect. Maybe you can figure this one out.
Yeah,
I
I'll try it.
Okay, so it's the same difficulty, same amount of purples, but you're going to get 3 greens. And you could always flip a light side to make one of those greens a yellow, if you want.
I'm just gonna roll.
You don't want to?
I'll roll.
Flip, flip it for him.
There you go. Or I don't know
You
if
have
that's
2 advantages. It's something that stores information, and you know somebody who buys stuff like this. His name is Snoober.
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 Mm-hmm.
Well, can you get Snoober down here?
Sure, I mean, my comlink's a little busted. I might need to charge it a bit, but yeah, I could get him down.
Okay.
Snoober's pretty antisocial, but you can give him a call if you want.
Yo, Snoob, man!
You call down to Snoober's in the Blacklight District, and you get you get an answer. Snoober's, this is June. How can I help you?
Juke, not June.
This is June.
June's answering the
This
phone.
who is this?
I am Juke.
Juke. Do we know you?
Yeah?
And what can we do for you today? Are you asking for? Are you calling
Get
for our
Snoob on the
hours?
phone. Get Snoob on the phone.
Get Snoober on the phone. I have something I think he might want.
Something you might want. Okay, give me a second. You get some nice music playing while you're on hold.
Alright.
This is Snoober.
This is Juke.
Juke. Do I know a Juke?
Yes?
Who are you?
No, Zuuk.
I'm Zook, not Juke.
Oh, Zook. Okay, Zook. Yeah.
I got a robot arm.
Yeah, the robot arm. What do we got?
So, I have a triangle that stores information.
A triangle. That's what color is it?
It's made of glass and steel from what I know.
All right. Yeah, triangle. Come on down. I'll tell June you're expected.
Okay.
Tell me to bring a friend.
Also, I'm bringing a friend.
All right. No guns. No Jedi.
No guns, no Jedi. Is that your new policy?
That's always been my policy, man.
Do I have to, give my gun over? Because I'm singular gun.
We'll figure something out.
Leave it upstairs. You guys
Yeah, let's go down and
get a taxi down to the Blacklight District.
That sounds ominous.
It's very glowing.
Yeah, the Bothan taxi driver drops you off in front of Misty Mardigan's. You head down some back alleys until you get to Snoober's. The logo out front, it just says Snoober's in big, and it's got the 2 O's are different sizes and different colors, like twin suns.
Oh, see what he did.
You head in,
Halloween.
and it is incredibly hot, and the floor is covered with sand, and there are all these heat lamps all over the place with various lizard aliens lounging under them. And you go around the side of the bar into this little back door, head down a spiral staircase, and down to Snoober's office. There's a Weequay. He's got brown leathery skin and black braid on the back of his head. You got an appointment?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Your name?
Zook.
Zook. Alright, give me a second. He hops into the office. Door closes behind him. Then the door opens. You can come in. You head in, and the place looks like a cave. There are stalagmites and stalactites and a big skull on the wall behind a desk.
Skull? Bat? Is it bat shaped? Does it have a horn through it?
No. It looks like, if anything, a dragon. Cool. And behind the desk, the big stone desk, is a bearbell. He's got a big smile with tons of teeth in it, and he is very large and hulking. Hey, Zook! What do you got? He puts out a little mat on his desk and slides it towards you.
Zook, I'm Jogg. I hired...
Oh, yeah, you.
Yeah.
Jogg. All right.
Yeah, I hired Zook here to find some spaceship parts for me, and he found this interesting thing, and we're not sure what it is.
Take it out and put it on the... Yeah. You found we're on a spaceship?
Yeah, in the old theater.
Where's the spaceship?
The spaceship.
That's of no concern right now. Can you tell us what?
Fine. Yeah, this. Let's just say it's an old Force artifact.
Old Force old Force artifact stores information, triangle shaped. I know what this is.
I already have a buyer for it. You don't even have to worry about it. I'll give you 5,000 credits for it.
I'll come back on this offer later.
Well, I think this. I don't think we'd part with this for any less than 15,000.
15,000. You think I can afford something like that?
It's a pretty nice place.
I don't even know you.
You got a high electrical bill with all those heat lamps upstairs. I think you can afford 15,000 credit.
Ooh, 15,000 though.
We can come back on this deal later.
You're gonna have to roll negotiation check. 15,000.
Though I seriously want to go back on this deal later. I want to see if there are others who can confirm my theory here.
That difficult for Snoober.
Okay. See how it goes here.
Our old friend Snoop Dogg. He's a rapper. He's Snoop Dogg.
15,000 is insulting. But I'll give it to you.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
He opens a drawer on his desk, shaking his head the whole time.
No,
And pulls out some credits in a little case.
I would like to check with other authorities on this topic to see.
No, we've already made the deal.
I need to know what it actually is.
Well,
you know what it is. You know what this is, right?
It's a Sith holocron, right?
Yes.
See, this is why I wanted to check with you.
He slides the mat back across his desk and slides the money towards you.
I'm gonna take the holocron money.
Oh, no deal? Okay. Guarantee you won't find a better buyer than me.
Yeah, this is my off camera. I have no idea what the economic system of this game is. I have no idea if I just sold.
I do 1-to-1
for the price of a Yugo. Or
I think it's 1-to-1 works easiest.
The credit is $1. You guys are $15,000 for this thing.
I don't know what it's worth.
So off camera, holocrons.
Say it's worth it.
Holocrons have they're magical force objects that basically store information. And
But that information might be useless to us.
Yeah, but
yeah, it is useful.
However,
useless.
Our little friend, so Snoober, our friend here, is probably connected. He's a little. He seems a little shady. So
I'm not shady. I'm just a businessman.
My worry is that he knows which ship it's from. So, if we tell him where the ship is, then he might go raid.
My personal thought is that Snoober is connected to a Sith, and he's just gonna sell it to a Sith.
Right. Anyways, since this is my business transaction, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the deal, and then I will give you 10,000 credits because.
Yay!
Hey, if it's good for you, it's good for me. All right.
Now I want to go check with with the Jedi Temple peeps. I think a peek at this through their.
No, it's already.
The deal's done here.
No. I called off the deal.
You can't take this to a Jedi.
Why not, huh?
The clones will put you in jail. You can't have something like this out.
Yeah, I think we have a good connection here that can get this off of our hands without drawing attention to us. We live to loot another day.
Fine.
So we have a deal.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yes, thank you.
He picks up the pyramid and puts it in maybe a little safe under his desk. All right. Go upstairs, grab a drink if it's not too hot for you, and
stay a while so I can kidnap you.
So the two of you head upstairs, and go up to the hot bar where you are served whatever you want, and you are served a blue milk. It is very unfortunately warm. And the two of you head out into the cool night of Coruscant.
Yep.
You with everything you need to get going, and you with a lot of credits in your pocket. You could probably start your own like droid repair shop or something.
I'd rather just spend it on battle droids so I can burn down.
I think you blew up all the battle droids.
Yeah.
No, I can spend it on parts to
Okay.
make illegal battle droids.
Making illegal battle droids under the streets of Coruscant.
Yeah,
All right,
just, like,
that is fuel for a future game of mine.
feel Zuuk, the Tsar,
Yeah.
the Zurak, cyborg who makes evil battle droids.
Wow.
The end?
Great. The end.
Happy with that?
Sure,
Okay.
the end.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys have played D&D. What do you think about this sort of game?
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights.
Thanks to Adam and John for playing on these episodes.
Our music is by Mark Eberhardt and Nick Scourin.
You can find us on social media at Coruscant Night on Twitter, and you can email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Love the show and want to show your support? Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or visit our Patreon.
Check it out at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights. Congrats to our contest winners, AJ and Ben. And thanks to everybody who left us reviews this month. Every review helps and we really appreciate it. Now stay tuned for a preview of next week's episode. This booth is on the opposite side of the sports bar from the door. So if you were sitting in it, you would have your back to the wall and you'd be facing the door.
Okay, that's good. That's smart.
Yeah. And in the booth next to you, with her back facing the wall, facing the door, there's a Mon Calamari who just overheard the word
Melody.
Oh man, I can't wait to tell the message boards about this. So, what are you guys talking about? What's this Metaby?
So you just bust in,
Yes.
bust in their conversation.
Right.
Oh,
Who the hell are you?
What is it to you? I've been chasing those for months.
Those are it's. Wait,
It's.
it's just it? Yeah.
Well,
the two towels
there
start
could be one, or
whispering
there
to each
could
other.
be.
Yeah.
There could be many. A whole collective.
Oh, and because you're a Mon Calamari, Kurt won't know that you're a girl, so he would feel like, because
Well, maybe Kurt doesn't know you're a guy.
yeah, because I look like a dog, okay, like a little cute husky,
Both the towels are ladies,
right?
by the way.
They're like, look, wise guy, why are you listening in our conversation? Even though there was no conversation, but you know, Kurt.
It doesn't look like you're having a conversation. You know those pod races are rigged, right?
Don't be like that. You know, I got. You know that I. Wait, no. Do they have like names? I'm thinking like the Kentucky Derby, like.
Yeah, it would just be weird people name.
Oh.
What do you have? 100 credits riding on Bull's Roar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bull's roar. So don't be like that. It's a lot of credits.
It's your money. But I'm pretty interested in this thing you're chasing down.
One of the towels looks at you and walks outside.
Ooh. Kurt took notice of that.
So did Carp. Usually she's a little more careful, but she got very excited at the mention of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, Kurt would probably want to keep it on the down low. He's not gonna talk to Carp about it, obviously.
Well, you guys...
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you even know what you're looking for? Do you know anything about these things that you're
I know
chasing?
how to find them.
How?
Well, obviously, I can't disclose
You don't know the
this
lower-
with you.
You don't know the lower levels like I know the lower levels.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
So you've been to the lower levels.
How big's that expense account?